Hello, Gemini. I am Ulrich. I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your spiritual, philosophical card reading for the month of April. These cards are more like a kind of guides. If there are difficulties in your life, if certain issues need to be solved, or if you're a little bit lost in life, these cards sometimes can offer a solution for you. Because I had very good results for people with them. Anyway, Gemini, here I go for your spiritual, philosophical card reading for the month of April. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your spiritual philosophical card reading for the month of April. As your first card here, maybe we are a little bit in a darker period in our life, and this card tells us it's time to turn on the light. We all have an ego in our life. We develop this, we are a child. There are all kind of circumstances that happen in our life, social circumstances, our parents, our education, things that happen in our life, and this all shapes us into who we are. And it's possible also that that your ego here, it constantly points out certain flaws to you. Like it's always in your head, like I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that wrong. And it's like here we are always very focused on the mistakes, and it's not easy period for us here. But remember here, your higher mind, it's focused on perfection. But this road to the perfection, according to you, your ego might see this as a fault, but your mind, it sees this as a process of progress, of advancing here. So you could feel, as a person, you could feel a little bit separate, you could feel a little bit alone. And as we know, this is not a very good thing for Gemini, because they like to be around people. But here our higher self sees, or it wants to connect to all and everything. And this is an essential component of your whole self. The ego might see darker sides in life, and your higher mind, your Gemini side, it sees the light here. So don't focus here on the dark side of life here. Here we are asked at the current moment to examine your current circumstances and condition, and your higher mind is asking this for you. And we need to ask ourselves questions like, what is working for me in life, what is not working for me, where is it not working, what is not working well, what is working then, why am I learning this, what am I learning, what part of my life is improving right now, what part of my life is staying as it is here. If you look at all these things, and you will realize actually that things are not so bad after all, but it's because you are in a kind of negative seeing things here, that we cannot see past what is really there. And it's possible also that we are facing a certain fear. So everything looks a little bit more darker. This is what we are seeing here. But your higher mind, it wants you to turn to the light side of life and value these experiences, even though they might not be pleasant, they might be really unpleasant. But here underneath there is a lesson, an important lesson that has learned. And you will see, if you have accumulated all these lessons, that actually everything is quite well. The next card that we are seeing here, it tells us that we are, it's time to come down to earth, see things, face things as they really are. Anyway, what we see here, maybe we are not very realistic about certain things in our life. It's possible also, you see here, the person, he's looking in the mirror, and it's actually a good card for Gemini. They sometimes have double personalities, they have two sides, which is a very beautiful thing for Gemini. But it's possible that one of these two sides, it's not really you. It's like a false self that you created. Your ego might have created a false self. And with this card here, we are asked to be honest and stop going into this false self of that we have created. It's time to be honest with ourselves, and stop yourself from going into kind of failures. You should take your distance from it. And also, like, even if you have a positive side, you put the thumbs up. This is not the thumbs up card. This is the card of realism, coming with your feet on the ground. And we should do actually what Gemini is quite good at. We should take a step back and take the bigger picture. They have a very analytical mind. They can take distance from situation. They don't necessarily need to be emotionally involved in situation. So for them, it's mostly more easy to play the role as an observer. So this is what is required from you here. You need to play the role of observer. This card sometimes also is that we are taking up a lot of space. It might be that the ego that you're developed is quite big. It might leave no room for other people. This is what we are seeing, but it also might leave no rest, personal rest for you. So no matter what it is, choices or people or your ego, we need to go here beyond the superficial level. There is something superficial here. This mask that you have created, or this conditioning that is upon you here, we need to get rid of this artificial defensive image that we have created. You could have a little bit the feeling, if people are coming close to you, that you're not up to it, and you could vibe something like, whatever happens, don't get too close to me, because if you come too close to me, I could hurt you. And people could find this a little bit confusing. This is what we are seeing here, because this is not the real you. It's like a part of you they don't recognize. But here we see, if you continue with this attitude, you might start up believing that it's really you, but of course it's not you. You need to find your inner line back here, and also this is about authenticity. You need to ask yourself, in what part of your life or what area in your life am I not my authentic self? In what area of my life am I playing a stage play, a comedy, and I am not sincere? This is what this card is about. It's like, it's possible that you are not revealing your true mind to people. But here we see with this card that the world around you and people close to you need to see this other side of yourself. But it's like our ego, it's blocking it. You don't want to show them as you really are. You always fall in this other negative side here. So here, this card tells us we are ready to overcome this false self, but we need to share our light, and we need to share our light with others. So this is what expected here with this card. This is the advice that you're receiving from this card. And if you share this light, this other personality, it will be very beneficial for everybody around you, but especially for yourself. You will see that there are slow advancements. The next card here that we are seeing here is that we need to give more. I already mentioned here that the advancements could be a little bit delayed. Here we see that we probably have certain dreams, but maybe there is a dream and this dream is not coming out as you would like him to be, and you're about to give up on your dreams. You should find your courage back. Don't be discouraged here. It's very important here that we are not discouraged. It's possible that you put a lot of effort in certain things in your life, but the results that you are getting are not what you anticipated. They might be average results or below what you expected. Why is this? Well, this card tells us there might be something missing. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you don't put enough energy in it. Maybe you are not patient enough and it requires more patience. And here again, here we see the honesty. Maybe we need to be more honest of these goals. It's possible also that it's a lack of education, that we are missing information, education here, and we might need assistance from others for evolving. And there might be even more missing. So this will require an effort for getting the dream that you want. You really will need to do some efforts, and you need to realize that you will advance, but the results will come slowly. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, even though that it requires a lot of efforts, you shouldn't be afraid. Even if it's disappointing time here, it's possible that our ego, as we saw here, this part of you, it's dissuading you. But your higher mind, you know you don't want to give up, but it's like you're losing courage. And you need to be more determined. You have decided to go for this dream and do efforts, but you need to put more in it. You need to put more in it, maybe more efforts, maybe more knowledge, maybe a different point of view. Anyway, we need to be prepared to go all the way here, to go for the purpose that we want to go. You should embrace these challenges here with a happy heart, because these challenges later on, they will help you. Maybe you are encountering certain experiences that later on in life you will need if you are advanced already. Anyway, it might be that The reason is that there is lack of efforts here. But don't give up your desires, even if you have a frustrating time now. It's not the time now to give up. It's exactly the opposite. You need to continue with this passionate desire that you have, because this is the real part of you here that you are feeling. But sometimes it's not easy to get there. So ignore if this other side here, this dark ego from you, it's time to you that it's time to let go. It's not the time to let go here. You are fully capable of accomplishing what this dream is, as long as you give it all you have. So go for it, even though it's not easy. So Gemini, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this spiritual philosophical card reading. If you are interested in financial philosophical card readings, we do those also. And then of course we do the classic Lenormand card readings, which give you a very good overview in the month to come. Anyway, Gemini, I want to thank you for your time that you spent on my channel. Thank you for subscribing, and we see each other next time. Bye bye for now.